Hey guys, Tealist here with another Overwatch hero overview. This time I'm looking at one of the few supports in the game, that is Zenyatta, or his full name being Tekartha Zenyatta. Now, Zenyatta was an Omnic monk, and he basically searched the world in search of his spiritual enlightenment. That's what he did. And after the Omnic crisis, robots, AIs were very, still very distrusted after what happened. However, he encountered a monastery deep in the Himalayas, and this is where he encountered Tekartha Mandata. And Tekartha Mandata felt that if you talk to the people and you spread a positive message, you can kind of repair the damage that has been done between humans and Omnics. However, Zenyatta really didn't agree with this approach. Whereas Tekartha Mandata felt that you could do it just by preaching, Zenyatta felt that the best way to connect with humans was actually to become friends with them, to actually, engage with them and be, friends with them, so to say. And that is where Zenyatta broke off from Tekartha Mandata. Even though they were both a part of the same monastery, Zenyatta eventually went out on his own, and he wanted to be on his own because he did not believe in the way that Tekartha Mandata sought to change societies, because they kind of became global celebrities, and he didn't really approve of that. He felt that just bringing the Omnics together in peace with other humans and treating them as friends was the best way to go about it, and so that is where the split occurred between the two. That is how Zenyatta came into the Overwatch world. So you may have noticed as I was showing off Zenyatta that he has these kind of 8 orbs around him that kind of surround him as kind of like a necklace. Every single one of his abilities deals with these orbs: Orb of Discord, Orb of Harmony, Orb of Destruction. So his main ability is going to be Orb of Destruction, and it's just a straight, attack that he has. 20 ammo, he fires them very quickly. Does a lot of damage. Used one after another. Now, in a very hectic battle, they can be difficult to hit, but they're a very powerful force to deal with. Now, if you right click, you can take several orbs, charge them up, and fire them at the target. As I will do here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then all of them fire and deal damage. Now, you cannot hold this indefinitely, very much like Symmetra's gun and her second ability. You cannot hold it indefinitely. Once all 5 orbs appear, you only have a short time before all of them fire. Now, you can fire it whenever you feel like it. If you only want to fire 3, you can, but do know that you do have a time limit into which, after you start charging them, they eventually will have to be fired. His first ability is going to be known as Orb of Harmony. Now, this is his heal, and I believe I passed over it in the Lucio video talking about which heroes can heal, and that's because it's a pathetic heal. I'm going to put it on this character. You can see how much healing it does. It does almost less than Lucio's healing, but it can only hit one target at a time. So if I'm trying to keep both of these characters up, I can't, because you can only have Orb of Harmony on so many heroes at a time, which makes it difficult. Now, on the other hand, his second ability is Orb of Discord, which has the ability to increase the damage that a player takes. It is a debuff. So where Mercy's second ability kind of buffs your ally in the damage they deal, this does the opposite. So I can fire it, and you can see how much damage he'll take from a full round of this robot. It's about 2.5 bars as last time. Or we can go ahead and fire and see how much damage he actually takes this time. So we'll fire it. and he takes a ton of damage. Almost it looks like 4.5 damage there. So it is very powerful and potent to put these on enemies, these Orb of Discords, and it'll deal a lot of damage to your opponent. Just let him go ahead and shred through his health there. And I only needed one hit to kill him after the bot did a full run through of his cannons there. Whereas normally it takes 4 or 5 to be able to kill a bot normally. So definite damage increase. However, the Orb of Harmony does not do much for the healing. I believe at one point you could stack them on a character, which is a little overpowered, but I see them in the future buffing this so that it actually gets some more use out of it. Now, his final and heroic ability is known as Transcendence, and it basically makes everyone invulnerable. Makes them really powerful. Now, this guy's about to die. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it now, and it heals everyone up and makes them all immune to damage. So it is a short, it is a short ability, but it can turn the tide if your team is like making a push on a payload or anything like that. It can really help out. Now, as you can see here, I literally cannot keep both of them up. And that is the problem with Zenyatta. His healing is very undervalued, and as such, until they fix it, he probably will not see much use out of it. He will continue to only get small heals out of it, and that's really his only heal that he has. So I see them changing that in the future, either by increasing the amount of healing the Orb of Healing does, which I doubt would happen because they can't make it as strong as Mercy, or they will just allow you to put, you know, a max of like 3 on different targets, and that will be the compensation of sorts that you can use for Zenyatta. But that is all of Zenyatta's abilities. He has a very, very simple kit. I will say his damage is very difficult to land compared to other heroes, in my opinion. People like Lucio and even Mercy have an easier time, I feel, with these orbs, because you have such a small, you know, range, and they hit very quickly. So, otherwise, Zenyatta, right now, he's really undervalued. I personally think he quite possibly may be the worst of the 4 supports, but if they buff his Orb of Harmony, things will be better. I hope this guy gets a buff in the future and he becomes more viable. He's not my favorite, but he does have great potential, especially with his Transcendence ability. Just missed it there healing that robot, but this Transcendence ability does have potential in healing people. So that's everything with Zenyatta. I will see you guys in the next video. Cheer us out.